Hey everyone, my name is Pritam and you're watching Tech with Pri. Welcome to my channel and I'm back with another exciting technical video. And this is the 11th video of our newly created technical series called ServiceNow Developer. So in my last video, we have understood one of the way to access server data from client, which was the get reference. I have explained you what is the difference between get reference and get reference with a callback function and how it works asynchronously. I've also shared the difference between asynchronous and synchronous method. And finally, with the help of an use case, I've shown you how you can use get reference, right? Also, very importantly, that I told you that what are the drawbacks of get reference and why ServiceNow doesn't recommend it, right? So each and every detail was there in the last video. So if you missed that video, don't worry, I'm going to put the link in the description. Also, you can find the link here on your screen, right? In today's video, we are going to work with three use cases of business rules. So as you know that after becoming a developer, ServiceNow developer, most of the time you'll work with this business rule, script include, client script, all those things, right? So the more use case you will practice, the more you will become comfortable, while handling with this configuration stuff for your client, and it would definitely boost your confidence. So if you are preparing for the CAD examination, then again, I'm telling use cases are very, very important. Today, we are going to see three different use cases, and I'm going to show you each of this by implementing in my ServiceNow PDI. Let's see the use case, let's try to understand it, and let's then implement it together. Okay, so I hope you're ready with your PDI. So make sure you watch the video. So let's go. All right, so this is the number one use case. And it is saying if priority of a problem record changes to critical, okay, then it will create two different types of problem task. So one would be general type and another one would be root cause analysis. And this is something that we need to do with the help of business rules. So whenever the priority changes of the problem record to priority one, whenever it will become priority one, then automatically it will create two problem tasks. So we don't need to create it manually. It would create the task automatically and two different type of tasks. And also in the short description field, the type should be mentioned. So it's like in the short description, it should be mentioned as general, and for the other task, it should be mentioned as root cause analysis. Okay, so let's go to my PDI and let's try to implement that. All right, so I'm in my ServiceNow developer instance, and here first I'm going to show you how it's gonna be. So I'm gonna go to the problem table. So problem.list, and this is a problem table. So if I open any problem, any of the record, so maybe this one. So you can see this is the problem record 1002. So here, so what would happen? So right now the priority of it's 5, right? So when we make the priority as 1 or the critical, right? Then once after saving the record, automatically in the problem task, two record will gets created. Okay, with different description and different types. So how we are going to do that? So first, before implementing the business rule, we have to understand what kind of business rule we are going to apply. Now, basic understanding of business rule, if you have any doubt on that, then I have already video in my system administrator playlist where I explained how business rule works, what are the different types of business rule are there. Also, I've given different use cases, not with the help of scripting, but normally how you can implement that so that you understand the concept very clearly. So if you have any confusion, then you can go and watch that. So today we are going to implement it. So we are going to use the first we have to understand. So whenever I will update the priority one and then I'll save the record, then the task will be created, right? So after the data saved in the database. So it would be after business rule. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to configure and I'm going for business rules. And again, make sure if you're following my video, if you're practicing with other business rules, make sure you turn it off, right? So now here in the problem table, I'm going to create a new business rule. What we need to do is that we need to, let's open the record again. So here in this problem task table, so if I double click it, so this is the name of the table, problem underscore task. So here two record will create it, right? So we need to glide the problem task record. That is absolutely fine. And there we need to initialize the record. And with the help of loop, we are going to create two records. Okay. And where the different type would be there, one is general and one would be the root cause analysis. So if I just show you quickly by clicking on the new button, you can see two type of problem type is there, right? Root cause or general. And if I click any of this for the time being, so this is a type field also. So we are going to need that also, problem task type. Okay, and also we have a field called problem, which actually stores the the parent number, problem number, and we are going to need that. So first, what we are going to do, we are going to name the business rule. So that's a basic thing. So create problem task, problem task, and it will be in the problem table advance, and I'm going to do it after business rule and after update, right? So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to put the filter condition like I said just now. So the priority changes to 1 or the critical. So priority changes to critical. Okay, that's it. That's the condition. This is the condition where the business rule will trigger. Okay, so now what it will do, now I'm going to write the code here. So first, let's put those type in an array. Okay, so I'll choose type as the name of the array. Then this array. So now I'm going to put first general. Make sure you're writing the correct spelling, right? And next one would be root cause analysis. So root cause analysis. Okay, that's it. This is the array I have created. Now I'm going to run a loop because I'm going to create two incidents, right? So I need to take the help of loop. Now again, in my JavaScript and ServiceNow video, I have explained what is for loop and how it works, everything. So if you have any confusion on that, please go and watch that out. I equal to 0. Now you know again this thing I've explained about array, that whenever you are going to use the for loop in array, uh, so you know the element array starts with 0. So if I'm doing a loop in array, I have to start with 0 to get access of the first element. So it would start with 0 and then it will go less than 2. So that means 0 and 1, two record we want to create. Okay, and then I plus plus, the value of the I will increase, and what will happen, it will create a record. So we know that how to create a record. I have explained you in the glide record video. So sorry, first I need to declare var gr equal to new glide record. Okay, glide record, and here I'm going to name it the table name, which is the problem task, problem underscore task table. So here we want to create the task, right, in the problem task table, and gr.initialize, and that will be ready for inserting a new record. Again, I have explained this method. Next, what we want, if I go here, I need this type field, right? I need to set it one for general and one for the root cause analysis. So what I want to do is that I'm going to come here and gr dot problem underscore task underscore type equal to, so I need to call the array type array, and then I'm going to put I. So for the first time when the value of I would be 0, then the type would be general, and then in the loop when the value will I plus plus increase it, so it would become 1, then this one, right? It's a 0 equals to general and 1 equal to root cause analysis. Very simple. That's it. And also we have a requirement that in the short description also it would be updated. So maybe task type of, then it would, again I'm gonna put type I. It looks cool, but one of the most important thing we haven't done it, that we have to mention this problem, right? That's why we were doing this in the problem table. Why we are creating this business rule in the problem table? Because we need the current problem sysID so that we can put the same inside of this field, problem field. It's a reference field, and you can see it stores the parent ticket, right? So we are going to trigger the business rule from the problem table, right? Whenever the priority would be changes. And then the very importantly, so gr dot, what is the name of that field? It is the problem. So gr dot problem would be current, and you know the use of current already, current dot sysID. So here current means the current record of the table where I'm doing the business rule. So it is the problem table. So that means the problem record where I'm going to update it to P1, that problem record would come up here. And based on this line, the two tasks will create. Again, I'm telling, based on this line, the two tasks will create for the same problem. Because for both of them, the problem number would be same. And then only inside of a problem record, you would be able to see the two tasks. Finally, I need to insert it. So you know, gr.insert will help me to insert the record in the table. So I'll save it. And our first use case is almost ready, the solution. So now we need to test it. So this is the problem record and it is currently priority 3. So I'm going to make it 1 and 1 so that the priority becomes 1. So you can see right now there is no problem task. So I'm going to save it. Okay, I need to type something in the work notes, maybe test. I'm going to save it right now. Let's see what happens. Okay, the record is saved. If I come down here, you can see two problem task is created. So if I open it to task, you can see one is the general type, another one is the root cause analysis. For both of the cases, the parent problem number, which is 1002, is there, and short description is also updated with the different type. Okay, so I hope you understand it. So you can ask me in the comment section if you have any doubt. Okay, so let's move on to the next use case. All right, use case number 2. It's gonna be very, very interesting. So if work notes for an incident record changes, it should update the same work notes in the associate problem record also. That's the condition. So what does it mean? Let's understand by going in my PDI. So first of all, I will make this business rule as inactive. Okay. Like I said, I don't want any slowness or stuff like that. So I'll make it inactive and I will close this to task. So what is gonna happen right now? So maybe this problem number I will copy and I'll open the incident table, because what we have understood that whenever any incident record uh, work notes field will update with the information, same information would be updated with the associate problem. So again, I'll show you incident lot list. I'll open any incident, suppose this one. I think this one we created in the last example. Okay, whatever. So this is the record we have right now, and here if I go to the related record, so there is no problem associated with it right now. So maybe I will copy the problem record. Oh, did I just close the problem record? Great. Okay, so I will just copy it and I will add it to the related problems. So it's added now. So now this incident, this 104 incident has a associate problem ticket. Okay. Now what is the use case? Use case is if I come to the notes section and in the work notes, if I write something, maybe the incident working on it. So maybe this is the one. And now if I click on post, here in the problem record also, the same problem record which is associated with this incident, it will also get updated, which is right now it's not happening. That's what we need to do. Okay, and that's going to be very, very interesting. First, we have to understand very importantly, before doing business rule, that in which table you are going to apply the business rule, right? Now here, what we need is that, so that means the update of the work notes should be there in the problem record also, right? But we need the this related record fields in the incident table. That why? Because for this problem, this 1002 problem, for this problem only, this work notes will get updated, not for any other problem record, only the problem record which is associated with it. And to access this, we need to access this problem ID, which is there in the incident table, right? So we are going to apply the business rule in the incident table. So maybe I will open a duplicate tab here. And from here, I will go to configure and business rules. And I'm gonna click on new to create a new business rule. And here I'm going to put the name. This time it would be transfer, right? We are transferring the work notes, same work notes. And here I'm going to tell you about another method that is very, very important that you are going to learn today. Okay, that how to deal with this fields like work notes, comment, right? This may be a requirement from your client end also. So table is incident, which is absolutely fine. Here we are going to apply the business rule. I told you already the reason. So again, it should be after, because after I change the work notes or update the work notes, it should work, right? So after update, so the filter condition would be whenever work notes changes. So we'll go to the advanced tab and we will write the code here. So first, we need to do the where glide record in the problem record, because in the problem record only the field work notes field will get updated, right? So where gr equal to new glide record. Here we are going to put the problem And then the query, which is very, very important, gr.add query. Now, what we are going to do, understand this very carefully. What we need the only problem record in the problem table. We are doing the query, right? We need the only problem record which is same as this related problem record, this problem number, right? And you know this is a reference field, so this is a sys id that is stored here. So in the problem table also we will look for the sys id, then current, again representing the incident record, dot current dot, and then what is the name of this related problem underscore id. So current dot problem underscore id. Okay, I think the query is understandable. In the problem table we are looking for the record where the problem id is this. That means we are looking for this 1002 record, because in this record only we need to update the work notes. That's fine. So I will do gr.query, and it's done. And then if the record is found, so gr.next, then what would do? Then now I'm going to introduce the new method. So first it will update the work notes. So gr.work notes, okay, will be updated to current. Now the same work notes which will be there in the incident table, incident record, right? So current dot work notes. Okay, if I just right now press semicolon and try to do it, it won't work, because we need to get the value of the field work notes. Dot get journal. Okay, so journal entry. That's the name of the method. And here it accepts the number. So now we can put two things. If we put -1, then whatever you are going to write in the incident record, I mean all the work notes, whatever it's written, all the work notes will be copied in the problem table. It will be pasted in the work notes, right? But we want the latest one, whenever the latest one will get updated. So for that we need to use one, only one. The value will be one, and then I will just gr.update, because it should update the problem record, right? That's it. So I'm going to save it. You see, the logic matters a lot. The coding is not that difficult, or you don't need to write that much of lines of code, right? Like that. You need to understand the situation, the use case, and you have to think about the logic. The more you will think, the more you will become a developer. Developer always thinks and try to solve the problem, right? So that's the reason this use case video will help you a lot. And in future also, I'm going to do a lot more advanced use case of business rules that we will apply in the custom table, and many more will be there for the members. That's it. I saved the record and now I'm going to test it. So this is the table. So I'll turn off this. So I'll write here again the same thing. Uh, the issue has been identified and team is working on it. Something like will keep you updated. Okay, maybe that's the information is providing by the support team who is working on the incident, right? And also this will, you want that this will get updated uh, in the problem record, right? So what I'm going to do, I'm going to save it. Record is saved right now. In the problem table, you can see it gets updated. So the timing also, system administrator, the work notes field from the incident record, it is updated to the problem record. Okay. So again, I think it's clear for all of you. If you have any question or doubt, please ask me in the comment section and do practice it in your PDI. Okay. So let's move on the last use case for today's video. Okay. So use case number 3, create a field in problem table named as associate incident count. Okay. That would be the name of the field. And then once an incident will attach to a problem record, the count will increase. Okay, so let's go to the problem table and understand this use case. So what it's gonna happen is like, so whenever any incident record will be attached to a problem record, right? We will have a field here and the count will increase. So if I attach one incident, then the count will 1. If I attach two incident, then the count will 2. So now again, you can face this kind of questions not on a problem table, maybe in a custom table where your client needs this kind of information where the count will automatically increase. Things will happen like that. Okay, whenever some record will created in the related table or any other thing. Okay, so requirements can be anything. Why I'm doing this video? So that you can practice different way of coding. You can practice server-side scripting with business rules. You will have more control or grip on business rule. All right, so now I'm going to apply it. So first I need a field here, that is the associate incident count. So I'm going to go to the configure and form layout, and quickly I'll create the field, and the field should be integer type, right? Because it will just show the number. So associate incident count. All right, and I'll choose the type as integer. Perfect. And I'm going to click on add. It is added now, and I'll go make it a little bit up. Okay, it's cool now. It's under the subcategory. I'm going to save it. So now you can see we have the field called associate incident count. So here the count will increase whenever we will add this incident, right? Now we need to write the business rule, right? Now again, you need to understand in which table you are going to apply it, in the incident table or in the problem table. First, understand where we are implementing it. So it would display the value will updated in this field in the problem record, right? But again, like the last use case, we need this problem ID, right? So that we can identify for which problem this field will get updated. Okay, so I think it's pretty understandable. So again, the last business rule that I've worked on, I will make it inactive. Again, make this good habit. Okay, so from here, I will go to configure business rules, and I'm going to create a new one. All right, so I'm going to name it as maybe associate incident count. Okay, like that. When you work as a ServiceNow developer for a client, you should remember that you name it, maintaining the proper way so that anyone can understand. And here I'm going to choose the table as incident. Like I said, we need to access the problem ID field. So incident table, and I'll choose advance. So again, it would be after business rule, after update. So whenever we are going to update this problem field, so this is the problem ID. Yes. So again, the filter condition would be whenever the problem field in the incident table is gonna changes, the value would get changes, and also it will work only if the problem field is not empty. So both of the thing has to be met to run this business rule, to trigger this business rule. Now I'll go to the advanced tab, and here I'm going to write the code. So the code would be, again, I am going to display the update will happen in this table, in the problem table. So again, I'll open the problem table, any of the problem record. So this is a problem table, and here is the name u underscore associate incident count. It's kind of long name. So okay, so first we will do the glide record in the problem table, because this is where we have the field. So gr equal to new glide record, and we are going to put problem here, then gr dot add query, and here again we are going to do the same thing like we did in the last use case. So we are going to find out the sys id in the problem table, which is similar to current dot problem id, right? Same as this field, problem id. Okay, so gr dot query. Okay, so if gr dot next, if the next record is present, then if any record is found, then I copied the name. So gr dot u underscore associate incident count, this field value will increase by 1, right? So the current value, what we can do, this is an integer field, so we can just add with the current value. So the current value would be same, like this is the current value plus 1. Okay, so whatever the current value, so if it is 2, then it would become 3 whenever they will find the same problem number in any incident, right? That's it. And finally, it will update the problem record. So gr dot update. That's it. All right, I'm gonna save it and let's try that. So let's do with this record. Right now, there is no incident associated with it. So I'll copy the problem number and I'll try to add it with any random incident. So incident dot list. So let's open any incident, maybe this one. written short description as take with pre also. So cool. I'm gonna add the problem record here, 601, and I'm gonna save it. And I will open this problem record 601 from here. And you see the associate incident count has become 1. Previously it was nothing, so it has become 1 now. So again, I will copy the problem record and I will this time paste it with another incident. So maybe will this one 9005 email server is down. So in the problem, I will add it here and I will make a save. And if I go here, it should be updated to 2. So see how it works. So again, based on the requirements, you need to work with your code and definitely you need to understand in which table you have to apply the business rule. That is very, very important, right? I hope this 3 use case will give you more confident while handling the business rule. Again, there will be more advanced use case of business rules. So again, more complex business rule use case that we are going to discuss for the members. So again, you can join the channel if you want to deal with that. And also while we deal with the custom rules, custom tables, so there also we would work with different business rules. Okay. So you're going to get a lot more things from this series. So don't forget to like the video if you enjoy this video and also comment if you have any doubt. Don't forget to subscribe my channel and also share with your friends and families so that it can reach out to many people. Again, for more advanced stuff and more use cases, you can join in my channel. There is very minimum subscription charges there. And finally, don't forget to follow me on Instagram where I post, technical stuff and technical reels also. All right, see you in my next video. Bye bye. Take care.